All right, everyone, welcome to the next session, Independent and IT Services in Audit. First, you say the AICPA, that's American Institute of Certified Public Accountant Code of Professional Conduct, blinds situation where a service auditor's independence could be compromised, particularly when they are involved in the design, deployment, or even implementation of information system for a client. This is particularly relevant for engagements such as SOC 2 Type 2 examination, where the subject matters involve systems as well as controls, right? So design or implementing IT system. If UST or another service organization, get it? If UST or another service organization engage the auditor to help design, develop or implement an information system, which you can do that, such as their governance risk and compliance tools, this could create a conflict of interest. The service auditor might end up reviewing their own work, which is a self-review threat to their independence, right? Have your compliance, so they help set that for you, did everything for you. And then they also have to assess that to come up with a report. So this is a situation where we talk of the conflict of interest, which means that they will be performing a self-review of their own work, which is a threat, of course. Because do you really think they're going to be 100%? Again, that's not something for me to say, but again, now you start thinking of, you performing or doing your own job. I'm doing something, that's my job, and I have to put that, oh, I did this, but this control fails. And that's exactly what we are talking here, right? Example, if UST asks the service auditor to assist with implementing a particular GRC tool that helps monitor threats, manage automated controls, and track evidence of controls operations, the auditors must assess whether their involvement in the design or implementation creates an independent issues. Specifically, they need to evaluate if their involvement in the development process means they are reviewing their work when it comes to time for them to edit that systems, right? Independent assessment. Auditors must follow the independent standard for attestation engagement to determine whether there are any threats to their objectivity. If the auditors is involved in the design or development of the system, they could face a self-review threat, right? Where they might later have to audit the system they help create. So again, that's something to consider. So there was a summary. Independence should be threatened if the service auditor is involved in designing or implementing IT system for a client. The auditor must assess any potential self-review threats to independence, especially if they are asked to help with tools like GRC system. Following the AICPA independent standard helps ensure that auditors remain objective and impartial in their assessment. And if you, that auditor, you are also being caught doing something like that, again, remember, definitely also have some penalty of, it might even be out of business. So this is why, again, if you are being considered a certified, that's American Institute of Certified Public Accountants. So they also want to make sure that, you follow, the professional standard of code and just doing a good job. So that covers that. But let's go to the competency of engagement team members. So what about your team members? Are they knowledgeable enough? Do they even know what they are doing? And the next video is definitely going to cover that. Okay. With that, I'll see you guys in the next video.